Hey guys, it's Don here, and today I'm going to share a story with you about my friend Jeff. The story of Jeff Bezos. It's hard to believe that Amazon was nothing more than an online bookstore when it started. But thanks to the vision and drive of Jeff Bezos, Amazon has become the world's largest e-commerce company and one of the most valuable businesses on the planet. In this video, we will take a look at the incredible story of Jeff Bezos and how he built the trillion-dollar company from the ground up. He was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico on January 12, 1964. His mother was a 17-year-old high school student when he was born, and his father was 19. When Jeff was a baby, his mother would bring him along while she attended night school. Because of complications with their relationship, Jeff's parents divorced when he was still a toddler. After the divorce, his mother remarried a Cuban immigrant named Miguel Mike Bezos in April 1968. Shortly after the wedding, Mike adopted the then 4-year-old Jeff, who had his name legally changed from Jorgensen to Bezos. From a young age, it was clear that Bezos was a gifted student with a passion for science and technology. One story of this from his childhood is Jeff once rigged an electric alarm to keep his younger siblings out of his room. Jeff's first job was at McDonald's during the breakfast shift while he was in high school, cooking up McGriddles, stacking his bread up. In 1982, he graduated high school as valedictorian, a National Merit Scholar, and a Silver Knight Award recipient. In his graduation speech, Bezos spoke of the day when mankind would colonize space, a dream he's trying to turn into reality. After high school, Jeff attended Princeton University on a scholarship, studying computer science and electrical engineering. He graduated summa cum laude from Princeton with a 4.2 GPA in 1986. He was a highly sought-after talent, with companies like Intel, Nokia, and Accenture looking to recruit him. His first job, though, was not at those big companies. He first worked at Fiddle, a fintech telecommunications startup, where he was tasked with building a network for international trade. Bezos was promoted to head of development and director of customer service. Next, he transitioned into the banking industry when he became a product manager at Bankers Trust from 1988 to 1990. He then joined D. E. Shaw & Co., a newly founded hedge fund with a strong emphasis on mathematical modeling in 1990 and worked there until 1994. Bezos became D. E. Shaw's fourth senior vice president at age 30, the youngest for the firm. It looked like the future was bright for Bezos if he continued on his career path. Become president in 5 to 10 years, earn a few $1 million, and then retire. Isn't that the life we all wanted? Well, apparently it wasn't the case for Jeff Bezos. Scott and Jeff left their jobs at D. E. Shaw in 1994. In a 2018 interview, Bezos said, "When you think about the things that you will regret when you're 80, they're almost always the things that you did not do. They're acts of omission. Very rarely are you going to regret something that you did that failed and didn't work or whatever." This was the principle that guided his action at that time. According to what he read, the internet was growing at 2,300% each year. So in a rented garage in Bellevue, Washington, Jeff Bezos and Scott founded an online bookstore on July 5, 1994, not wanting to miss out on a good opportunity. They drafted the business plan in a cross-country drive from New York City to Seattle. While Jeff steered the garage-run operation, Scott played a vital role, writing checks, keeping track of the business's accounting, and negotiating contracts, which paved the way for rapid growth. As for why he chose to start an online bookstore, it was taken after careful consideration. After he read the report about the future of the internet, Bezos created a list of 20 products that could be marketed online. Then, he narrowed the list to 5 products with the most potential: demand for literature, low price points, and abundance of printed titles. The company was initially named Cadabra but later changed to its current name Amazon after the Amazon River in South America. The motive behind the name change was more practical than sentimental. A lawyer misheard the original name as cadaver, which means a dead body. Amazon was chosen because the name begins with the letter A. In those days, website listings were alphabetized, so a name starting with the letter O would appear at the top when customers conducted an online search. This guy Jeff just does not miss. He accepted around $300,000 from his parents and invested in Amazon. I know this sounds like a lot, but if my kid was Jeff Bezos, I'd roll the dice on him as well. Although, he warned early investors that there was a 70% chance that Amazon would fail or go bankrupt. Although he decided to start with an online bookstore, Bezos always had plans to expand to other products. 3 years after its founding, Bezos took Amazon public with an initial public offering against many critics. Bezos held firm in his belief that Amazon would overtake competition from larger book retailers by riding on the growth of the internet. He was awarded for his belief in his own company. Amazon started expanding rapidly, fueled by the funding from its IPO. It raised $54 million during the IPO and used that fund to finance an aggressive acquisition of smaller competitors. In 1998, Amazon started to sell other products. Initially, the company sold music and videos online, but by the end of the year, it had expanded to sell other goods as well. Despite its rapid growth financially, Amazon was still recording a loss every year. Bezos relied on money from investors and even borrowed $2 billion from banks in the year 2000. Amazon would turn its first profit in the year 2001. It was a modest profit of 1 cent per share from a $1 billion revenue, but it was proof of Bezos' business model. But the fun didn't end just here because Amazon faced a financial crisis in 2002 when revenue stagnated, forcing them to close distribution centers and lay off 14% of its workforce. Amazon did, however, rebound a year later and turned a profit of $400 million. Amazon went on an upward trajectory and Jeff Bezos' net worth went up along with it. On July 27, 2017, Bezos temporarily became the world's wealthiest person, surpassing Bill Gates with an estimated net worth of over $90 billion. He was also the first person to hit the $100 billion milestone on November 24, 2017. In addition, he held the position of the world's wealthiest man for 4 years straight until 2021. Other than Amazon, Bezos also founded and purchased other companies. It was in September 2000 that Bezos founded Blue Origin, a company dedicated to human spaceflight. This is a passion project for him to realize the dream he's had since high school to colonize space. A primary goal of Blue Origin, according to Bezos, is to make the human species multiplanetary while preserving Earth's natural resources. On July 20, 2021, he rode into space on the NS-16 mission with his half-brother Mark Bezos. It was the company's first crewed flight. The flight was approximately 10 minutes and crossed the Kármán line. The mission became the first fully automated flight with civilian passengers and the first multi-person, internationally recognized suborbital spaceflight. Then there's the Washington Post, which was purchased for $250 million in cash by our pal Jeff in 2013. Jeff implemented his own innovations in the company, and the company was able to turn a profit in 2016. Bezos also made personal investments through his venture capital, Bezos Expeditions. In fact, he was one of the first shareholders in Google. He invested $250,000 in 1998 for 3.3 million shares of Google stock. As of October 2022, that investment would be worth around $6.5 billion. In addition, he has investments in Unity Biotechnology, Grail, Juno Therapeutics, and ZocDoc. With the help of Mail.ru founder Yuri Milner, Bezos established Altos Labs in September 2021. This company focuses on cellular reprogramming with the goal of furthering longevity therapeutics and has recruited renowned scientists such as Juan Carlos Esposito Belmont, Steve Horvath, an expert in epigenetic aging clocks, and Shinya Yamanaka, the inventor of cellular reprogramming who won a Nobel Prize for this work. Bezos is also involved in various philanthropy works. Between 2009 and 2017, Bezos donated several times to the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. In 2013, he donated $500,000 to WorldReader, a nonprofit founded by an ex-Amazon employee. On June 15, 2017, Jeff Bezos posted a Twitter message asking for philanthropy ideas. He wrote, "I'm thinking about a philanthropy strategy that is the opposite of how I mostly spend my time, working on the long term." At the time he made the post, people estimated that Bezos had spent $100 million total on charitable causes during his lifetime. Since then, he has also pledged more than $14 billion to help with American homelessness and to combat climate change. In February 2021, Bezos announced that in the third quarter of 2021 he would step down from his role as CEO of Amazon to become the executive chairman of the Amazon board. He will be replaced as CEO by Andy Jassy. On February 2, 2021, Bezos sent an email to all Amazon employees telling them the transition would give him the time and energy he needs to focus on his other passions. And that is the story of Jeff Bezos. When looking at him, many people might be jealous or question how one person can be so wealthy. But when looking at his life, he was the embodiment of the American dream. I mean, even if he did have $300,000 from his parents. Through having a dream and working hard to realize that dream, he turned that $300,000 into a company that's worth more than $1 trillion today. Thank you for watching. Press the subscribe and like button and share if you enjoyed this video, because it helps small entertainers like myself keep focused more on quality content and less on starving for food. See you on the next one.